Ladies, gentlemen, everybody else, welcome to How to Juggle Clubs Part 2. Anybody who's done any kind of juggling has done this before. And this, and again, and again, and again. You're going to do millions of these things. Surely there must be a better way. Oh. The Toeflip is my name for the first and the easiest of the kick-ups. Very simply, you have the club pointing towards you. You then sweep across the head of the club with your toe, causing it to rotate around the head and into your hand. This is great for your back, and I recommend you learn it as soon as you start learning clubs. A useful variation of the Toeflip is with a Scissor Catch. This is just the same motion, but you're using clubs to pick up the other club. Now you're holding the two clubs in the normal grip, and then when you sweep your toe over the front of the club on the ground, it flips up and in between the two other clubs. Now this example is held by friction, but if it falls through, the knob should stop it falling out. The Heelflip is a more advanced technique, but is very useful when passing. It also looks really cool. In the Heelflip, you step over in front of the club, you stomp on it with the heel of your foot and catch it behind you. Now this catch is blind. You spot the club as you're stepping over it, but otherwise you don't look at it as you're picking it up. The reason for this is you can step over it, catch it and pass. The kick-up is the classic way of picking up with your feet. Basically, you're going to roll the club onto your foot and flick it sideways in order to get it back into your hand. Here's a little close-up. No problem. And from above, it looks like this. Easy. Now to break it down. Using your non-dominant foot, you're going to sweep the club up and onto your dominant foot. You then point your toe in the air to keep it there. Now by wiggling your foot or moving your leg back, you make sure that the handle is tight up against your shin, and then you lift your foot pretty much straight up and to the side of you, which flicks the club up and makes it twist in the air. This is probably better seen from above. So my left foot comes in and sweeps the club onto the top of my right foot, like so. I then point the toe of my right foot to lift it up, and I move my leg around so the handle of the club is resting tight up against the shin. And then when everything is set, you lift your right foot straight up in the air. And that brings the club to the hand. No problem, you should get this pretty easy after a few tries. This final method is by far the most difficult, but it looks really cool. It's just like the other kick up, but this one kicks up behind you. We start out with the head of the club facing across your body, and likewise when you're kicking, you're going to be kicking across your body as well rather than to the outside. Now we're going to use our non-kicking foot, in this case my left foot, to scoop the club onto the kicking foot, my right foot, and then flex the toes and bring it up into position. Note that where the handle meets the body of the club is just about on the arch of my foot, and the handle itself is lying tight against my shin. Once everything is set and ready, you're going to balance on your heel, keep your toe flexed, and step over and across with the front foot. Then you lift the back foot, scoop the club into the air, and hopefully you catch it. I'm not the best person at this trick, but I do enjoy it. Now from the side, left foot comes in, scoops the club onto the right foot. The right foot then flexes the toe to keep it in place. And now we're going to move our leg back to get the club into position. See how it lies at about 45 degrees across the foot with the handle tight against the shin. Once we're ready and happy, we step forward, over and across, and we flick our kicking foot up the length of the calf of the opposite leg. Done. And that's it for this video. Our next video is going to be on chops, a fabulous trick that looks really good and doesn't take long to learn. Please subscribe for more videos on all types of circus arts, and thank you for watching.